Hi, good evening. This is Scott at Scott Trades on Twitter with StockMarketMentor.com and your charts of the day. I want to take a look at a few gold miners. Not sure if you've seen, but GLD is moving very nicely. If I zoom out here, you can see this long-term downward sloping trend line that has acted as resistance for gold for ever. Right here, right here, right here. Right there, right there. And we finally broke above and held above this past Friday. Got a little follow through today on pretty good volume, but that's also getting people to take a look at some of the mining stocks like GDX. Now, GDX is a tad extended right here, right now, as it's bumping up against its 200-day moving average. And I have a similar trend line here just since May of last year. Downward sloping trend line, clear resistance. We got above, we held above, but now, of course, we have that 200-day moving average to contend against. So I don't know that it's going to be a straight line to the moon here for gold bugs, but I do think that there is definitely some potential in some gold miners. And here's a few that I'm watching right now. The first one is Newmont, NEM. Newmont is above all the major moving averages, had a power move off the 200-day moving average on higher than average volume. Again, little follow through here today, but I like this consolidation. Pulled in a little, but didn't even make it down to that 8-day exponential period moving average before the buyers showed up again. So I think Newmont is definitely one to watch, and I can see a clear pivot right there at around 65.45. So we want to see it get above, stay above, and do it on volume. But I'd probably want to get some started closer to these major moving averages here. Another one is Agnico, ticker AEM. AEM. Big move off the 50-day moving average today, coming on higher than average volume. Now, this one is still in a pretty significant downtrend, and you can tell that because the 200-day is sloping lower. Ideally, I'm a fan of stocks when the 200-day is moving upwards. That's usually when the momentum, the long-term momentum, is to the upside. So the long-term momentum is still here to the downside, so this could, again, be a little bit of a bumpy ride, but I got to pay attention to that volume. Some pretty big volume spikes here the last couple of days on AEM. Another smaller miner to watch is Dorado Gold. This is ticker EGO. Again, really good volume here on Friday. Nice follow-through volume today. A bit extended now above that 200-day moving average. So in this case, I would want to see this kind of pull back in and bounce off of the 8-day exponential period moving average. Maybe give you a little bit of an upside reversal closer to support. Barrick Gold is usually one that a lot of people think of. And again, in a longer-term downtrend, you can see how I was watching for it to kind of pop up earlier back, I guess, June of last year. Had a little wedge pattern, was looking for an upside move, actually went the other way. Glad I wasn't involved in that. So again, the longer-term trends are down, but it does look like it's trying to firm up here a little bit. And you can tell that by the buyers coming in and the fact that the stock is back above that 200-day moving average. So again, a little extended here, but definitely one I want to watch. And another one finally is Franco Nevada. This is ticker FNV. FNV used to be a IBD 50 stock back here, back when it was really rocking in 2020, I believe it was on the IBD 50. Now, it since fell off of that list, but again, it's back above its 200-day moving average. Now, I would love to see FNV just kind of base a little bit, go sideways, build a base of consolidation, really show that that 200-day moving average is going to act as a floor. So that's what I'll be watching for here on FNV. Now, some of these do have earnings coming up, so pay attention to those dates and make sure you're not holding anything over earnings unless you have a really good buffer zone. So I hope that video was helpful. Hey, give me a follow on Twitter if you don't already, at Scott Trades. And if you want to see what we're up to over at StockMarketMentor.com, click the link, and I'll see you on the other side.